Hello everyone. Yes, since you all know we are going through this pandemic and you are unable to come to the physics lab, so we are trying our best to give you the best. I hope so. Today I will explain you the first practical of physics class 11th, which is new for you and it will be clear if you will pay attention. So our first practical is to measure the diameter of the spherical body using vernier calipers. Means we have any one spherical body. This is a bob, which is a spherical body, and we have to measure the diameter of this spherical bob using an instrument which is called vernier caliper. We can compare vernier caliper with the normal scale. As we use a normal scale to measure the length, in the same manner we can use the vernier caliper to measure the length. Now you might be thinking, what is the difference in the two when we can use this simple scale? There is a difference of the least count. This you know, you have already done in your previous classes. What is a least count? The minimum measurement which we can do using any apparatus is the least count. Like in the normal scale, you know what is the least count? It is 1 millimeter or 0.1 centimeter. Is it clear, bachcho? In normal scale, the least count is 0.1 centimeter or 1 millimeter. This is the minimum measurement which we can do using the normal scale. But if we have to measure more precisely, more accurately, more small measurement which is less than 1 millimeter, then we can use this apparatus which is vernier caliper, because the least count of this is less than 0.1 centimeter. We can measure up to less than up to the minimum measurement 0.01 centimeter. Actually, it consists of two scales. One scale is the main scale, which is just like a normal scale. The other scale is on it, which is a sliding one. It has 10 divisions on it. This scale is called vernier scale. And we use both the scale for the determination of measurement. Now this apparatus also have jaws. These are the jaws which are used to measure external diameters, and these are the jaws which are used to measure something internally. A strip is also provided here which is used to measure the depth or something long internally, like the height of a glass, which can be measured internally. Now I will tell you how to use it. First of all, we will find whether there is any error or not, or what is the least count of it. To find the least count, I told you two scales are provided here. One is the main scale, which is normal scale, and other one is the vernier scale, which has 10 divisions on it. If suppose using a slider, first step, I have to check whether there is an error or not. For the determination of the least count, one main scale division, as I told you, is just like a normal scale. It is equivalent to 1 millimeter, and hence 10 division of the vernier scale is equal to 9 division on the main scale. What does it mean? When I am making these jaws meet, then the 10 divisions of the vernier scale, which is a smaller scale, sliding one, is equivalent to the 9 division on the main scale, which is less than 1 centimeter. And hence 1 division of vernier scale is equal to 9/10 division of the main scale, which means vernier count or vernier constant can be determined by the difference of the two. 1 main scale division minus 1 vernier scale division, which is equal to 1 minus 0.9 and hence equal to 0.1 millimeter, which means it is equal to 0.01 centimeter. This is the vernier constant or the least count of the vernier caliper, which means minimum value which can be measured using this apparatus is 0.01 centimeter. Now using any apparatus, first of all we have to check whether there is a zero error or not. Now how we can check it here? First of all, using the slider we have to join the jaws. On joining the jaws, you can see in this figure, if the zero of the vernier scale is coinciding with the zero of the main scale, that means there is no zero error. But suppose if zero is lying on the left side or the right side of the zero of the main scale, this will show there is the zero error, and hence whatsoever observation or the reading we will take will not be correct. So first of all we have to find the zero error. Now how to find? You can see here, हम क्या करेंगे, दोनों jaws को पहले मिला देंगे. After joining the two jaws, we will check where the zero of the vernier scale is lying. Now suppose if it is lying on the right side, as you can see in this figure. In this figure, zero of the vernier scale is lying slightly towards the right side of the zero of the main scale. This means there is a zero error. Now to find out the error, we have to check which division of the vernier scale is coinciding with the division of the main scale. According to this figure, we can check the fourth division here of the vernier scale is coinciding with the division of the main scale. So the number of division coinciding here of the vernier scale with the main scale should be multiplied by the vernier constant, which gives us the positive zero error, which according to this figure comes out to be equal to plus 0.04 centimeter. But now if suppose after joining the jaws, the zero of the vernier scale is slightly towards the left of the zero of the main scale, then there will be the negative zero error. Again we have to check which division of the vernier scale is coinciding with the division of the main scale. Now suppose the sixth division here is coinciding with the main scale division. This will give us the negative zero error when we will subtract it from 10. 10 minus 6 is 4 multiplied by the vernier constant. Again the error here is 0.04 with minus sign. I hope so it is clear to you how to determine the least count of the vernier caliper and how to find the zero error of the vernier caliper. Now we will use it to find the diameter of the bob provided to us. For this, the first step is I will make this jaws meet and I have to check the error. You can see here, student, I hope so this is visible to you, vernier scale and main scale. If you will observe it, the zero of the vernier scale here is coinciding with the zero of the main scale, which means there is no zero error. Now our first step is I will fix my bob between the jaws, which is used to measure external diameter. When the bob is fixed between the two jaws, now what I have to check? First of all, I have to take the main scale reading, and our main scale reading will be wheresoever the zero of the vernier scale reaches the main scale division. Like in this you can observe our 0 of the vernier scale is at 1.8 division on the main scale. Can you see? Yes. So our main scale reading here is, this is the observation table where you have to mention the main scale reading, which is 1.8. Now the second step of it is I have to check which division of the vernier scale is coinciding with the division of the main scale. Now for this you can observe very carefully, it is 5, 6, 7th division here is coinciding. So the value of n here is 7. Now we have to multiply n by vernier constant, which is 0.07 now, because our vernier constant was 0.01 centimeter. After multiplying by 7 we will obtain 0.07. Now for the determination of the diameter, our working formula is main scale reading. This is MSR, which means main scale reading plus number of division coinciding with the main scale multiplied by the vernier constant, and hence after using this formula we will obtain the value 1.87 centimeter. This is the diameter of the bob. Error was 0 here, so we can mention error here to be 0. So this will be equal to 1.87 centimeter. I hope so. This is clear to you? Yes? This was the first observation. In the same manner we can take 3 observations. Let me take it fastly. If it is clear to you, again I will fix my same bob between the 2 jaws by facing it to the other side. Again I will observe the main scale reading is 1.8. Number of division coinciding here is 6, and this will come out to be equal to 0.06, and after solving it, it will come out to be equal to 1.86 centimeter. Since the error was 0 here, it will be 1.86 centimeter. In the same manner, we can take the third observation. Again fixing the bob between the 2 jaws by facing it to the other side, because we know the body is spherical but it is not uniformly spherical. There may be some differences. You can see here also we have obtained the difference of 0.01, which means the measurement was not accurate. For taking the accurate measurement, we take at least 3 divisions and then we find the mean of it. Now again after fixing, I can see our main scale division reading is 1.8 and the number of division coinciding this time is 5. Multiplying by vernier constant, it comes out to be equal to 0.05, which gives the value here 1.85 centimeter, and hence since the error was 0, the diameter this time obtained is 1.85 centimeter. Now you have seen, students, we have determined the 3 diameter of the same bob, but there was a slightly difference in the 3 observations. For the accuracy, we will find the mean of the 3 diameters and final result can be obtained there. So the mean of the diameter is equal to d1 plus d2 plus d3 over 3. Putting the values here, we have 1.87 plus 1.86 plus 1.85 divided by 3. Sum them up and divide it, you will obtain 1.86 centimeter, which is the exact diameter of the bob. So I hope so, students. The practical is clear to you. You can do this practical by using the apparatus if you have at your home, or whenever you will be back to school, you can do it. Okay, thank you class. Thank you students.